G'day and welcome back to Buildsome, and in this video what I want to show you is how we can increase or enlarge the size of a mould profile. So in this example I've got a piece of architrave here, colonial profile, and the owners of the house that I'm working in, for example, have requested a larger version for the skirting board. They don't want to use the same material, they want the same profile, but they just want a larger version. So I've got to upscale it. So what we need to do is have a look at our piece. So this piece here is 20 by 70 or 70 mil high, 20 mil wide, and what the owners have requested is a piece that's 90 mil long or high and 40 mil wide. That's what they want for their skirting, and they want it just to be a proportional upscale of this profile. So the way we go about that is I've laid it out on this axis, and what I've done, I've got the width of this one here, so this is the width, so I'm going to lay out the new width on this axis here, and I've got the height on this axis, so I lay out the new height on this axis here. So what I can do, because there's my original width, and I can put my new width on there, and there's my original height, and I can put my new height on there, and I can then draw a diagonal line from the intersection here out to this intersection like such, and I can do another one down here as well. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to take all the main points, all the changes of direction and anything else I think I need off this profile and extend it out until I hit this diagonal line that way, and I then need to do the same down this way. So let me grab a tool. So let's go down here. I can take that point, obviously. I'll take the center of those curves if we can pick something up. Where was that one? 15. There it is there. That's the center of the curves. Can take that point there. That point there. Not too worried about the little recess in the back because that'll be standard, and I've got the bottom there. So that's that way. So then we can go the other way. So I need that change of direction there. That, let's take the back of the, if I can get it, the back of that curve, that point there, one out the front of that curve, so I know how far that's got to come out, and I've got that end there. That also gives me that. So that's all the points transferred down to the diagonal. Now wherever they hit the diagonal, I've then got to transfer them down this way. Come on. So that's all those transferred down, and then I can do the same this way. That's that one, that one, that one, that one. So now what I can do is I can identify that this will be that one there, from that first line to this line. So that's that there, that's the top point. Okay, now the second one goes from, or ends on this line, and just make sure I'm at the right line coming back. So there's that line and that line, so that's going to be like that. Okay, and then I've got my curve piece, which comes from that point to that point, and it goes back as far as that line there. So that's my curve, and I work my way around it, and I can actually recreate my shape in there as such. So that is my new shape. So if I get rid of all this superfluous lines, curve wasn't exactly the same. So there you go, I've gone from a shape which was 70mm high and 20mm wide, and I've proportionally increased it to a shape that's now 90mm high and 40mm wide. So again, I can go and take the profile to the joinery shop or get some knives made up, and then we could run that profile.